What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna do a commentary on a game we came back on after the enemy team started trash talking us out of nowhere. So they thought they had the game in the bag, so they ended up trash talking. You know, the usual, toxic people where they think they're gonna win. They're super overconfident, and they end up losing at the end. Spoilers. That was a bunch of spoiler, but just to break it off, I just want to show you guys this gameplay. Let's start it off. Let's look at the draft in the loading screen. So right here, let's look at the loading screen first so we can see both teams' team composition. So the other team has Grok and Johnson. That's the number 1 United States Johnson, and he was one of the people that started trash talking, and this guy was one of them as well. So we do number 1 Johnson, Grok. So they do have two front lines with the Johnson and Grok combo, while compared to our team, we only have me as a frontliner. Angela is more, support, and he has this, this emblem right here, the mage emblem that burns people and, gives you a little bit of mana every time you hit people with a skill. So she's not going to be frontlining, so it's going to be really hard for me. It's all up to me. If you think about it, the only crowd control we have, like a solid crowd control, is Petrify from Hellcurt, Harley slow, Angela stun with the second skill, Kimmy slow, and my ulti and my stun, right? So that's pretty much it. And I do have a little bit of slow with my first skill as well. So it's all up to me to disengage, to engage, to peel, to protect my teammates, to counter the Johnson ulti whenever he hits someone. So if I don't do that, we will lose this game 100%. So let's start this game off right here. Me and Kimmy will be top lane, while Angela and Hellcurt will be mid lane right here. So before the game starts, Harley will be having a hard time playing this game, since usually whenever mages play mid lane now, they do have another tank or support with them instead of, having two people bot lane. Hellcurt is supposed to be solo, but again, they could also do that, I guess. It's not a big deal as long as Harley plays safe. The only problem here is Harley's not going to be able to roam so much, since his wave clear is slower when he's alone, obviously, compared to when he has a tank or support with him. So me and Kimmy, we do have the advantage here at top lane, since Kimmy is really, really strong early game, while Claude and Johnson, they get outpowered by Akai and Kimmy early game. So we're just trying to counter jungle as much as possible to try and steal every single resource they have. So we see that they're going for the red, and I actually called that out. Ace was on Discord with me, and we see it right here. And Claude, if you guys did not notice, Claude had Retribution and he did not have Purify or Aegis. So it was easy for me to actually catch him off guard. If he gets stuck somewhere, he's not going to be able to purify out. But since he had Retribution, he's going to Retribution that red buff right there. But that's going to be traded for the life of Johnson. So definitely worth it. I ended up getting the first blood, but I definitely did not mean to get that first blood. I was just trying to deal as much damage as possible so Johnson doesn't, get away. So, and look at Kimmy. Ace was actually laughing at the Claude having Retri, because any marksman that has Retri, like for example Moskov, Claude, Kimmy, you don't have any sort of survivability skill if you do Retribution Claude. And right here, thankfully, I did not get stuck on that wall. I had sprint. I was way too fast for them. Way too fast for you. So I ended up getting away from that, and Kimmy's actually gonna get that Esmeralda right there. So we're doing good early game, definitely, but towards mid game, once the enemy team hits level 4, we end up having trouble, since they have Johnson ulti, they have Grok ulti, Esmeralda ulti, like all the engages are just insane, right? They have True Kick, and just overall, after they hit level 4, we end up having trouble with the team fights and all that. It's harder for me to engage, since Chu can knock me up and cancel my ulti. He can kick me and just kill me right away with the burst. Johnson can hit me. So if I use my ulti without Johnson hitting anybody, Johnson has a free ulti on someone, right? So overall, it's just super hard for me to play as a solo frontliner at this game. And that's what I'm trying to just point out and just emphasize during this commentary. So finally, I have level 4 right here. I'm looking for an engage. Me and Kimmy will just try to steal resources like always, trying to check the bushes. So Kimmy knows that the red buff will be up in a second, and that's why we're here. When you time it at around 2 minutes 50 seconds, 3 minutes, like around that span, usually the red buff is up. but I think they already got it. I'm not sure. I think they already got it, from what I know. That's why we don't have it. Yep, they already had it right there. That's why it didn't spawn. So I tried to save Kimmy right there, but there was three people. Johnson ulti, Esmeralda ulti, and Claude ulti. It was just way too much for me to try and protect Kimmy. And Hellcurt also getting caught right there. So that's not good. All I have to do is back off and not give him a kill. Angela says sorry. He ended up not ulting, I think, on time, and that's why Hellcurt ended up dying. So far it's 5-2, and the enemy team is catching up. Like I said, once they hit level 4, it's definitely harder for us to engage because their team fight is way better and their team composition is better in general. Kimmy's not fed yet. Hellcurt is not fed yet, of course. He's gonna end up getting fed soon. Right here, Angela gets caught. Chu gets a kick, and that's a kill right there at bot lane. So I don't know why Angela's like super overextended as as a support. As a support, I don't know why he's overextended. Kimmy's alone right there. I was looking for like a gank mid lane, but like for Kimmy, if he knows that there's a Johnson on the other team, he should not be overextended all the way here. So that was definitely a mistake from him. I managed to stun Claude and ulti Claude, and we end up getting the kill. I'm gonna use my sprint to try and force him to go back since he was so low, and we do end up getting that kill, but that doesn't matter. Angela actually ulted me instead of Hellcurt. That was definitely a big mistake because I was not even low. I was not even close to being low. I was still like, my health was still around that area right there. So instead of ulting me, Angela should have ulted Hellcurt instead, who is more important when dealing damage. And I had sprint anyway, so he doesn't have to ult me. But these guys are randoms. Harley and Angela were randoms. It was me, Basic, and Ace that were playing trio. Follow to learn tank. So already this guy's already like sending out banters. He's acting like he's the best tank in the world. Follow to learn tank because he knows I do YouTube. 100%. He knows I do YouTube. So that's why he's trying to just he's trying to banter in chat and just tell people to follow him and to learn tank. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it was. And he was saying that on my previous video, I actually made a previous video about him on my Grok tutorial, and he commented on it. Again, trying out that banter. If you guys don't know what banter is, it's like kind of like trash talking in a he tries to trash talk in a friendly way, but soon he's gonna trash talk in a more not in a banter way. It's like straight up trash talk. You'll see. Just wait for it. Again, turtle is up, and audio is super important in Mobile Legends, guys. So it's not just like PUBG Mobile where you have to hear the footsteps. Lord, you can tell if the Lord is being taken if the Lord is making sounds. You don't have to have vision on the Lord. If the turtle is being taken, the turtle makes a sound as well. Right there, I saw Johnson's hammer right there on the turtle, so I knew that they were doing turtle. So the audio definitely helps though sometimes when figuring out if these objectives are being taken. So very nice retribution from Harley. That was probably the biggest play from Harley this game. And yeah, that we got the turtle from that. We got a kill on top lane, and we ended up trading his life for the turtle. Definitely worth it. So good job from Harley using his retribution on time. Right here, what I'm trying to do here is try to kill this minion before they get the tower. I didn't want to ulti it since I didn't want to waste it. My ulti is so important that, like right here, if I didn't ulti Chu, once I ulti Chu, there was no way of dodging the Johnson ulti, and my team ended up dying for it. That's why it's so hard, right? So I need to like figure out a way to where, okay, I need to use my ulti efficiently. If I don't, my team is dead. And like that's what's happening right now. Since I engaged on Chu, we had no other way of protecting or trying to engage or frontlining and putting pressure on the enemy team, because Johnson's gonna get that free ulti. So starting here, I'm gonna start ulting only if Johnson hits or if I really catch somebody off guard that's a carry. So if I catch Claude off guard or if I catch Esmeralda off guard, that's the only time I will ulti. Other than that, I'm strictly saving my ulti whenever Johnson hits, because I get that free purify whenever I ult. Akai is a big, counter for Johnson. Akai is definitely super good when there's a Johnson on the other team. I see Johnson right here. I actually missed by like a little bit. I was so close. I tried to block, but it was not enough. My jump was not enough. So right here, I'm just trying to follow where the Johnson's going, trying to keep track of where it's going. So he was top lane. He's most likely going to be mid lane, but Harley ended up getting he ended up getting hit by it. The only way to dodge that is Harley to react with his second skill, but he didn't react with it. I actually tried ulting Grok like this way, but I ended up getting stunned by Johnson right there, so that was pretty bad. Grok was out of position, and I was trying to put him like into the tower right here, but I got stunned. I didn't think Johnson would stun me, so we ended up not getting that kill. I just wasted my ulti, so I don't have an ulti for 20 seconds. Definitely my big mistake right there. Here we go. This is when they start, trash talking soon. Once they get all the objectives and once they get like inhib towers, they're gonna be trash talking soon since they think they're gonna win and all that and blah blah blah. But basic is split pushing pretty well. Kimmy's farming all right. I told Kimmy just to try and stick with me because again, Johnson's always gonna look for him, and nobody else is gonna protect you. Hellcrit's not gonna protect you. Even if Angela ultis Kimmy, you're still gonna die if you get hit by Johnson, so it doesn't matter, right? So it's very important for Kimmy to position himself correctly. If Kimmy doesn't position himself correctly, we're gonna lose this game, 100% guaranteed. And right here, I see Kimmy getting caught, and like I said, I'm gonna use my ulti strictly to try and protect my teammates instead of trying to engage. That wasn't really an engage, that's more of a peel. If I didn't ulti Chu, he might have killed Kimmy. So I definitely had to get Chu stuck somewhere. But earlier on the Grok, that was my mistake right there when I tried to ulti him towards the tower. Hellcrit getting caught by Esmeralda. Esmeralda's super hard to kill, especially with if you don't get to burst Esmeralda with the Hellcrit, you're kind of done for because she's just gonna shield up all the damage and Hellcrit's not gonna be able to do anything. Hellcrit needs to stack over and over again, and look at this Esmeralda full HP, and that's why she's so ban worthy whenever you see her in solo, duo queue, trio queue, and even 5-man. To be honest, she gets banned. So yeah, that's why Esmeralda's so OP. Right here, I'm just trying to just put vision for Kimmy. And that was a very bad synergy for Grok. Grok is not paying attention on where Johnson is really driving. Because if Johnson is driving, I don't usually... Whenever I'm a Grok and I have a Johnson with me, I usually don't, put a wall anywhere. And right there, again, using my ulti strictly to protect my teammates, and I ended up ulting 3 people for on the enemy team. And we didn't have enough damage because Kimmy was already low. Hellcrit couldn't really burst if his second skill didn't land very well. But Harley ended up getting that Claude that was 1 HP at the back, but he ended up trading his life for it. So I mean, I think that's worth it, especially because Harley did not get to farm well since he was solo mid. It's harder for him to get the buff. It's harder for him to roam. He didn't roam very well. Plus it's harder for him to roam, like I said earlier. They have a Grok, Johnson, and Chu, who's very strong at roaming. They're very mobile, right? They're very mobile. Johnson ulti, Chu first skill, Chu second skill, and then Grok is fast whenever he sticks next to a wall, and that's it, right? So their roaming potential is so much more stronger than our team comp. I see them doing the Lord, and the objective here for me is to try and cancel the Lord and not let him take it. And right here, I see Johnson actually hitting that Kimmy, so I ulted right away because I thought that there was somebody inside the Johnson ulti, but it ended up being just Johnson alone with that ulti. I didn't know. You can't tell if someone's inside, and again, Grok will block him off right there. So definitely a bad communication on their part. I don't think they're queuing up together. It's just a random on that Grok. But right now, that's 2 Johnson ulted. 2 Johnson ult blocked by Grok on his own team. So definitely not a good. Grok is not doing so well right now. Right here, we're just trying to protect since they do have Lord. Angela is going to get bursted by that Esmeralda. But I see Esmeralda super low. I hit him with the second skill. I do the stun. And Kimmy hits with the ulti. And we end up getting that kill on Esmeralda. So that's definitely good because Esmeralda has a lot of pressure, especially when the Lord is going to push. The shield is super annoying. We don't really have a damage over time for Esmeralda except for Kimmy. If Kimmy's dead, Esmeralda is just gonna kill everyone, right? And right there I saw Johnson ulting, and all I had to do was pretty much block in front of him so he won't be able to go anywhere, but he ends up living anyways, but that's alright. So no more ult for a good 25 seconds to 30 seconds for Johnson. So we're good for now. We're kind of comfortable in clearing this Lord. Even with the Lord, we can push. We could defend. I mean, we're not really worried about Johnson ulting in out of nowhere because he just used it earlier. Right here, I'm just trying to put Claude away from Kimmy and Helkert, and that's why I ulted him towards this direction. Right there, they actually mess up right here, and I think Chu might have died. Yeah, Chu does die, so that was a very good burst from Harley on his part. But overall, like, we're getting pushed since the other team has super minions. They ended up getting the Lord, and the super minions were still alive. And they almost got 2 inhib towers. They ended up getting the mid inhib tower, but that's alright. We're still alive. We're still in this game. And look at their map pressure. They still have second tier towers right here. So that's good on their part, right? And right here, I don't know why Harley went for the ulti on Grok, because you're not gonna burst that anyway. So definitely a mistake on Harley's part. Right there, I tried to ulti Johnson and Esmeralda as soon as possible. Like you saw, I used Sprint to try and get there as soon as possible and protect Kimmy. But I was way too late. This is when they start trash talking. Look at, he said no Hoon, no problem. If you guys don't know who Hoon is, he's our mid laner for Gosu. Obviously, he's the carry because he's the one rotating all the time, so he's going to get most of the MVPs, most of the kill participation. And this guy says buy MMR, which is the Claude, so they're super, super cocky right now. And if you guys don't remember, if you guys check my previous video, my Grok video, my Grok video, to be specific, you can check the comment section, and the Johnson actually commented there, and he was saying that he never trash talked me. And look at this. This was before that video. This game was before that video. And look at this. He said easy after killing Helkert. And they're super, 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 super cocky. So, right now, super, super bad. And Angela is doing a bad job against Esmeralda. Because if you guys didn't know, Esmeralda just eats every single shield. Eats every single shield whenever Angela ults someone. So, that shield definitely is against us. But very nice play from Kimmy to kill that Esmeralda. He microed that Esmeralda so well. I see that Grok was going for the Angela, so again, I'm using my ulti to try and protect my teammates strictly. Even though Angela was not a carry, he's still a big part of our team, so he can speed up like Helkert or something, or Kimmy. He can shield. The shield is definitely bad against Esmeralda, but that movement speed, that extra movement speed definitely helps, and she has extra healing as well with her first skill. Harley actually gets caught there by the Johnson, so we know that Johnson doesn't have ulti here, but I knew... Was Johnson there? I don't know if he got hit. I think Harley just got caught by Claude. I didn't really notice. But overall, it was a Harley for a Claude, so I think that's still worth it, because Harley is not doing a very good job right now. He ended up getting the Claude once earlier, and what else did he do? He ended up getting the Chu earlier as well. We see that Chu, again. Good thing I blocked the Johnson ulti. If I didn't block that and hit, if he hit the Kimmy would have died, or Helkert, right? But good thing, Akai is super, super good against Johnson. So, strictly to just counter that Johnson ulti. If he ever hits me, or if he's ever like engaging somewhere, I'm just gonna ulti to make sure that my team is safe, and that's what's going on right now. So the other team, what they're doing really bad right now is, since they're super, super cocky, they're literally trying to throw everything at me, but I'm super, super tanky. And again, Johnson ulted strictly, like I said, strictly for Johnson ulti. After Johnson ultied, I ulti, and that's it. I disengage. It's pretty much, I'm using it as a disengage. You might be asking why I jumped here. If I jump towards my teammate, they're gonna end up chasing me and my teammates. So I made them choose. I made the enemy team choose. Do they want to chase me, or do they want to chase me and my teammates? And the better, decision making there is to jump, because I knew I was dead anyways, is to jump the opposite way and make him force and chase me. So right here, Esmeralda actually got way too greedy. Super, super nice low from Angela right there. And the enemy team ended up getting that Lord. So we see that Johnson's gonna ulti. Nice teleport from Helkert to dodge that. So they're gonna have super minions, and Lord will be spawned soon for their team. So right now, we just have to defend, but since majority of them are dead, we could kind of push the lane and try to steal some resources before they spawn. So that's what Kimmy's doing right now, and Helkert. They're just trying to just steal everything and try to get at least some form of objective before the Lord spawns. So we ended up getting that mid lane tower, second tier tower for free, and that bot lane tower right here, since Esmeralda and Chu are still dead. So that's super, super good objective from Helkert, Kimmy, and the what's his name? The freaking Harley. So I get the Claude right here for free. He was going on Kimmy, but since he's stuck and he doesn't have Purify, he can't do anything. right? But the Lord is pushing here at mid lane, but luckily minions come in and they spawn, so that's super good for us. There's some form of luck in there, in a way, but the enemy team definitely got way too greedy. The Claude got way too greedy, out of position, and I got Claude stuck. He could not teleport away after he ulted, right? So super good. I was warning my teammates, just watch out for Johnson. If you guys get hit, I'm just gonna ulti, because it's not gonna do anything if he hits, and then I ulti free purify for everyone. So this guy's laughing it off. They're kind of throwing. Johnson's gonna hit someone here at bot lane though, so that's gonna be a free kill for them. It's gonna be an automatic 4v3 right now. So it's a 4v3. Angela just spawned on our team, and I actually get a stun on that Esmeralda and waste that purify on Esmeralda. And look at this, I get Esmeralda stuck for a good second, and that actually mattered a lot, since if I didn't, his shield would have been way too stacked, right? If you guys didn't know, there's a cooldown on Esmeralda. If you don't use your first skill quick enough, your shield will run out. It will reset, so that's why that happened. It's super important. And since I baited out the Purify earlier, he didn't have the Purify for Hellkurt's ulti. I actually die right here, but I ended up stunning 2 people, and they end up trading me for 2 people, and that was it. That was GG. And look at this, they get hit by the freaking question mark because they're so freaking cocky. That's what they get. Bad karma for them. And they have 15 seconds still. The minions are in. They can't do anything. And look at Basic just kind of taunting in a way. And look at this guy says GG. They got all quiet. Hit him with a question mark. That's what they deserve, to be honest. For cocky players like that. I hate people like that. They only trash talk when they start winning. It's kind of annoying. Why don't they just keep quiet, you know? That's what they get, right? Bad karma. So if you guys notice, I have only 211 stars on this game. I currently have 270 stars plus right now. So this was an older gameplay. I just had it recorded. It's just to show this guy right here. Mainly because he's the one on one of my videos that he commented on my Grok gameplay specifically. If you check on my pinned comment and view more replies, he actually says that I never trash talk you. Well, this is your proof that you did trash talk, and you did say follow me for tank tutorials, and you're trying to be cocky and be a smartass. So that's what you get, right? And this guy got bronze after trash talking us as well. He went 4-7. He went alone. He got caught. He's dead. He didn't use purify. He doesn't have purify. He had retribution. So I got Basic taunting him back, and all they're gonna do is pretty much laugh it off. This guy blames Claude, but it was a team effort for the throw, to be honest. All he said was bye. After trash talking. So definitely embarrassing moment for these guys. I was actually streaming at this time, and yeah, they definitely got embarrassed in front of my viewers. But I wanted to show the people that were not on the stream. He just laughs it off, thinking it's funny. So I hate people like this. Remember his name. Remember that name and this guy's name. Ridiculous. I hate people like that. Alright, you get freaking reported by me for being freaking toxic. That's what you get. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. They definitely should have won. I'm gonna be honest. The other team should have definitely won. They just threw the game and they went in 1-by-1, and we ended up winning because of it. But overall, my team did really well. Even though Harley kept getting caught, me, Angela, Hellkurt, and Kimmy were kind of just, our synergy was actually really good. Like towards late game, all I had to do was protect Kimmy. As long as he doesn't get hit by the Johnson ulti, he's good to go. Angela can ult Hellkurt or Kimmy. Angela only ulted me early game, but towards mid game, end game, he only ulted the carries, which is super good. He learned his lesson. He ended up not ulting me anymore, and that's what happened. That's why we came back. Harley, on the other hand, he had a couple of picks. He had a pick mid game on Claude, which was super good, and Chu. So those were the 2 super good picks from Harley right there. But overall, his roaming was really bad, since again, like I said, it's super hard to play mid lane whenever you don't have a support with you or a tank, since your wave clear is a lot slower. Your jungle clear is a lot slower as well, so that means that's going to affect your roaming potential, right? So that's why Harley had such a hard time trying to get fed and assassinating people. And he was also ulting Grok, which was super bad. He was ulting the tanks. I don't know why, but I mean, we won anyways, right? We won anyways. But overall, he could have done better if his decision making was better mechanically as well. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe button, and that bell. Peace.